Cleveland Cavaliers versus Orlando Magic. This is a series that's not generating any headlines or buzz, which is understandable because both these teams are not marquee matchups that people look forward to. Their stars are either too young with Orlando when it comes to Banchero, or when it comes to the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell, who I would say is probably an established star by now. He's been in the league for several years. He's just not what they call box office, as Stephen A would say, so he doesn't generate headlines. So it's kind of like a series that I would say most people probably don't care about, but I think it has potential to be a good series. I think it could be an entertaining series. I also believe it's going to be a pretty close series. I'll go 6 or 7 games. I have looked at some of the old box scores from this season between these two teams. Both of these teams were 2-2 against each other this year, so they split in their matchup. One thing I've noticed was Paolo Banchero, who is Orlando's best player. He had one game where he dominated the Cavs earlier this year. It was in their first matchup, and I believe he had 42 points on 61% shooting. So the first game when he played these guys, he dominated, but Orlando lost that game by 10 points. You would think that after that game, he would continue to have success against them, but statistically, he didn't have much success against them. His numbers when it came to his shooting was terrible. All the 3 games he played afterwards, he shot 42% overall from the field or lower. So if you're a Magic fan, you're kind of, I would say, disturbed by those numbers. That has to be a concern. I do believe for them to win the series, he's going to have to shoot a lot better than that. He's going to have to score probably around 24, 25 points a game. Just score that amount and shoot a high field goal percentage and be efficient. Paolo is not a great rebounder from what I can see. I think he only averaged 6.9 rebounds per game, which I would say isn't good for a power forward. He definitely has to get more than that. Now, when it comes to the Cavs, their biggest advantage, I feel, against the Orlando Magic is their backcourt of Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. Donovan Mitchell for this year averaged 26.6 points per game, shot 46 overall from the field, 36 from 3, so he had a really good year. Darius Garland averaged 18 points a game on 44.6% shooting overall from the field, but shot 37 from 3, so he had I would say, good year, just close to 45% efficiency. Those are their 2 top scorers. They easily win the backcourt advantage against the Magic, so I think they have the obvious edge in that department. I would say now when it comes to the big man matchup, Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley are 2 very tall, long defenders. They're both great interior rim protectors when it comes to defending the paint. These guys are both probably 7 feet or close to it when I look at them. Banchero is like 6'9" at best, and I think their length really bothers him. It neutralizes him for the most part when he plays against them. This will definitely be an issue in a 7-game series. For Orlando to win the series, Banchero is going to have to dig deep and find a way to be efficient against those guys, which I don't think will be easy. It's because of that I will pick the Cavs over Orlando in this series. I think Cavs will beat them in 6 games. It will go down in 6 games. I definitely believe that Cavs have the best strategic way to play the Magic, in the sense their backcourt wins against them, and they can neutralize their star Banchero. They can take him out of the game. They can contain him. I think they have better ways to counter Orlando than Orlando has when it comes to countering them. So I have the the Cavs in 6 games. Yup, I'm going to stick to that.